It was only a matter of time. The video game, inspired by the most confusing and questionable trend ever popularized by America's youth. Pocket bike racing. More rebellious than skateboarding. More reckless than backyard wrestling. Pocket Bike Racer. Make it a gift for just $3.99 when you buy any value meal. Only at Burger King.
Ralphie, what would you like this year?
I want a Motorola C139 with texting, games, and graphics.
No, you'll run the bill up.
It was the classic parent cell phone block.
You'll run the bill up.
My only hope was to go straight to the source and ask him myself.
I want a Motorola C139 with texting, games, and graphics.
You'll run the bill up, kid. Ho, ho.
No.
Hadn't they heard of GoPhone from Singular, where you can pick your plan or pay as you go with no surprise bills, solving the parent-kid cell phone conundrum?
Whoa.
Singular, raising the bar.
Welcome. Welcome to a brand new day. Welcome to a place where books rewrite themselves, where you can drag and drop people wherever they want to go, where maps are rewritten, and anyone can be famous, where we're more powerful together than we ever could be apart. Welcome to the Human Network.
Couple of NBA evaluators in the house. That's Milt Newton, closest to your screen, former player here for the Kansas Jayhawks, former teammate of Danny Manning, and Mel Daniels.
Now that was the player. Now Milt was a player at Kansas, but that other guy on the left, Mel Daniels, was a player.
The original Intimidator?
One of, yep, old ABA. Played with George McGinnis and Roger Brown, Billy Keller. Coached by Slick Leonard, also a University of New Mexico graduate, I might add. There's Danny Manning.
A pensive-looking Danny Manning. It was interesting, friend, to watch him during the shoot-around this morning. Be part of the scout team.
Oh, yeah. Still has some game. He would be a finesse forward now. Combo forward.
Chalmers running a little high pick and roll with Jackson. Collins with the show and go. Left-handed. A scoop. And the freshman has 9.
Well, he's not going to shoot that jumper much, but he does have that ball handling ability to get in the lane. And he will try now to harass Hackett, who dribbles that ball awfully high.
Back in the ball game, Lodrick Stewart, after suffering that eye injury, hasn't been able to get a shot off since going down with that injury. 15 on the shot clock for Hackett. There's Stewart. Way off that time, and Kansas looking for the run. Rush. Kahn kept it alive, and Rush got it back. Boy, Jackson was calling for it. He's really feeling good about himself offensively. Collins back out to Jackson, and Kansas showing good patience here offensively, leading by 7 points as we approach 12 minutes to go. Chalmers with the jumper. Got it.
Mario Chalmers, he can shoot the 3, can get to the rim, not time to pull up.
Biggest lead for Kansas in a while, and the bench really contributing tonight. Nick Young with the ball. Gibson calls for the ISO. Tied up and ripped. Chalmers, who else? And he slipped and turned it back over.
Jumper.
You knew it was coming. Stewart
Jumper.
got it. You don't have to ask him twice.
Nope, too good a shooter. Caught a break there when Chalmers slipped.
Lodrick Stewart, and Dad says, let's get a few more of those.
Tell you what, the longer USC stays in this game, the more likely Kansas puts the pressure on themselves to react.
Collins with a long jumper, maybe a little ill-advised at this point.
You see what they're doing now. They're face guarding Rush, and they're face guarding Chalmers. Look at the defense over here. They're going to make it a 3-on-3 game.
That's going to be a blocking foul against Young. Timeout on the floor. Tim Floyd trying to find the right button to press to stop the bleeding. We'll be back with more right after this.
Stephen A. Smith there. Tonight, and quite frankly, Public Enemy's Chuck D breaks down Muhammad Ali's hip-hop skills. Plus, the UFC's Tito Ortiz stops by, with his girl, of course, right after the game on ESPN2.
Saturday night, one college football player will transcend greatness and become a legend. The Heisman Trophy presentation, Saturday at 8 on ESPN, followed by Ollie.
Cardiac care.
The Diabetes Center.
Outpatient services.
Minimally invasive surgery.
The Breast Center.
Quality care.
For everything you look for in a hospital, look no further. Lawrence Memorial Hospital.
Food. Definitely the food.
We enjoy our traditions in Kansas. We're proud of our roots, celebrating our historic ties, and nurturing our pioneering spirit that carries us into the future. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas is proud to offer you our long tradition of reliable service, and will continue meeting your changing health coverage needs with innovative products. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas. We're there for you.
Welcome back to Lawrence, Kansas. Hey, go back to 2001. USC, really led by Henry Bibby at the time, had a great season. David Blumenthal with the jump shot. They led by as many as 21 points, and they held on to beat Kentucky in that game. And then in the East Region Final, Jason Williams with 28 for Duke. And that ended the Trojans' season. But now they're on an upswing again, 17-13 last year. Tim Floyd with a great recruiting class coming in next season. Things looking up.
O.J. Mayo, and you got to look back into their past as well. Great history. Bill Sharman in the Hall of Fame. Of course, Paul Westphal, great guard. And Rudy Hackett's high school teammates, Gus Williams.
Gus Williams out of the New York area.
How good was Gus Williams in the NBA with the Seattle Supersonics at that time? Though it's interesting, Kansas State, a tormentor of the Jayhawks, Tex Winter actually was a USC graduate.
Tex had that triangle going even back then. Julian Wright having a tough night offensively, but a nice follow from Arthur.
A quiet night for the freshman who's been in some foul trouble. Cleaned up the mess.
5 points for him.
Key couple possessions now for USC. They don't want this game to get away.
Go after Young on the double team. Gibson couldn't find the handle, and it's a turnover by USC. This is the biggest lead of the game for Kansas at 8 points.
One of the things that Kansas has done very well tonight on the defensive end is trap those ball screens and force tough passes out of the double team.
Rush on the edge. Had a big first half, but it's been much more quiet here in the second half. An illegal screen called. You heard the call coming from the official, and Bill Self going to do a Sandman act and get a new player in there. That's the fourth foul against Arthur, and he'll sit down.
Well, you'll see Wright slip it first, and then here comes the screen. And I'll tell you, that looks like as solid a screen as I've seen tonight. Now, I know officials need to call the moving screen, but I don't get that one. That one came out of nowhere, in my opinion.
Hackett looking inside to Gibson. One-on-one. Rush may have got a piece of that. Young got it blocked. Collins in a hurry. Robinson.
Not his strength, only 25% coming in.
Hackett back the other way for USC. Under 10 minutes to go. Still an 8-point ball game. And at some point, they're going to have to get Gibson and or Young into this thing offensively. Jai, not one of their stronger offensive players, kicks it out. And he's trying to repost it and gets called for the offensive foul.
Yes, it was. Big point of emphasis again in the rough post play, and Njai dislodged Julian Wright. There you go. That's an easy one. He backed into Wright. Wright has, that's his space. Njai dislodged him.
20 turnovers tonight for USC. Rush trying it from downtown. And he has gone